Showdown here. A matchup of two elite quarterbacks. Might not see a better QB duel all season long. Both guys hoping to use this big stage to display their supremacy. Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. EA Sports College Football Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Kernstreet. Kurt, let's get right to the action. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Shotgun, he hands it off. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here. Kirk, a long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
And the back gets the football. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Of course they're going to pick up the 1st down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
He's past the marker and still going. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Michigan. Too much speed for the defense. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Turns on the speed. Can he make it? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools. From both sides, it's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Incomplete for a third straight play.
What a hit there on third down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big fourth down play.
The Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. On punt now for the first time today. Not the way he wanted to kick it. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Handoff from the shotgun. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Makes a quick grab. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the gun, he looks for an open man. He escapes the pocket. Grab behind the line. It's Paul. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Well, they come out in that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin from their 47. They'll run it here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. Muscles past the defender. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Now here comes the bunch formation. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Looking to throw it on first down. Tries to get it to the running back. The ball is picked off. Now he's bringing it back. Across midfield. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
He's running out of time here. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Able to get the ball back, but it could still be a drive killer. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Short throw complete to the tight end.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Bringing pressure. It's a fumble. The offense has it and still going.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And that one's picked off. What a play. He could go. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Design quarterback run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Makes it second down and 12 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And the senior quarterback puts a little too much on the throw.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
And the Wolverines will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they check him out. Second down after that run in the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Looking downfield near the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. drop back here on third down. Grab by the receiver. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Good job here by the defense on third down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. He knocks it through with confidence.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Return begins inside the 10. But he's got some space here. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender alive at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. That's reeled in. It's Paul. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Catch is made down the middle. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket.
Looking to make a big play downfield. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Single back, takes the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Because that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
And hey, the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
The offense stays on the field. Coach going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. 4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
Well, this is exactly what can happen when you're overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, man, this one could hurt you.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Going to try to use his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on 1st down.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. They'll try a pass here. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for his back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Strong game by this quarterback. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. The pass rush closing in. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
This is not how you draw it up as an offense coordinator. You got a 1st down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Here's the 2nd down play. Drops back from the shotgun. Throws at the sideline, steps out after a short gain. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines. They were not going to catch him that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And now the try here for the extra point. The PAT puts them up 3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. Get some blocks. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ohio State. He's going to score.
Chris, when was the last game you saw not only 1, but 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown by the same guy? Unbelievable performance, not only by the return man, but the entire unit setting these returns back for touchdowns.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They've been able to survive some turnover trouble so far. Let's see if they can clean that up as we get the third quarter going. Caught in the backfield. It's Paul. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. A big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. Quick pass, the catch is made. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally tackled down at the 17-yard line. Now this offense in great scoring position.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. QB keeper all the way. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line played just like that.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And he's got it. No problem.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Pressure and drop back at the 8-yard line.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Play fake, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Now on third and very long, looking to throw. Good throw to the left. Oh, and another incompletion.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial expressions right now. He knows that he caught a break, trying to force the ball in there. He's going to have to make better decisions moving forward and work through his progressions to find his open man.
Comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. He's got the force and still going. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And they've got him behind the line. Much better run defense this time. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking for some space. It's Paul. And that run produces a decent gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down. No surprise, offense going for it on 4th down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Needs a completion here on 4th down. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. For that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. And one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. And it's incomplete, but is the final play of this period. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. There's the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty mark. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams right into a wall. They got it for a loss.
Everybody knows how hard it is to run the ball when you're this close to your own goal line. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to try to run the ball to get it away from the shadow of that goal line. But you got to do a better job than that. You're a yard away from giving up 2 points and a safety because you couldn't hold your own up front.
After consecutive losses, we need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to scramble now. They chase him down and try to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on 3rd down and long. And they do a good job of taking away things downfield, but man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on 4th down.
They cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on 4th down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Grinding away with a running game. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This Buckeye team are beginning to flex now and pulling away from their arch rivals right here.
Well, they seem to win every one-on-one matchup, whether it's the offensive line being able to win, getting a hat on a hat, the backs being able to get out in space one-on-one, and these receivers getting downfield. The athletic ability of the Buckeyes on full display.
They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Comes out of bounds at the 38. That's a pretty good return. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. With time running out, serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? Looking deep downfield to the left. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
On first down, it's play action. Pressure is coming. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Paul. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down at the 48.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has that handoff. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. He gets loose. Now here he goes. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal. That was clutch. Should be enough to secure this upset. And Kirk, we talked about this matchup late in the season. Big implications, and a lower-ranked team has emerged as one of the teams to beat now looking ahead of the playoffs.
It was exactly what they needed to put them in control of their destiny the rest of the way. A key win that should, at the very least, lock them in for a playoff spot and put them in the good mindset the rest of the season.
First and goal, handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Oh, that's a play you dream about as a defender. He gets penetration and times that hit up perfectly in the backfield.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Oh, and almost intercepted again. A chance for a fourth pick. Brings up third down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offense.
You know, some people get really upset when you run up the score like this, but for most of the players out there, I think they get it. When you're ahead, you want to win by 100, and when you're behind, you just want it to end.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return team able to make the recovery and avoid a damaging turnover there.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
So here's the first play of the drive, backed up with their own 7. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Running out of time in the pocket. It'll end up being a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Leaning on the run game here. Now they test the middle of the defense but get nothing. Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. In the clear at the 25. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line. The Buckeyes are in the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's running out of time here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game, and why is he throwing the football?
And here's the handoff. They finally stop him at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long, no matter what they've done on offense. The guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do...
He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. And he's not going to get there. Stopped short. Missed opportunity to build this lead.
Ohio State 46, Michigan 17.
Oh, they keep the football. They're able to recover that fumble and avoid a costly mistake. So here's the first play of the drive, backed up with their own 7.
42 Spiders.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Sacked, it's a loss, back to the 6. This matchup had folks around the country stopping and paying attention. We expected a tough battle right down to the final minute, but this was a blowout as number one just gets humbled.
I'm just in complete shock. You know, anytime you see two top 5 teams, you'd always expect to see a competitive game. But this number 1 ranked team, I don't think they were mentally prepared, plain and simple. When you're facing a top 5 opponent with a bad mindset, things like this are going to happen.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.